Tony D. Shit. What a D. Cornbread.
Welcome to the Sex, Travel, Sports, Food Podcast with your host, Cousin Cornbread on ANDS Radio. That's Ain't No Damn Station Radio. We're delivering this straight to your earphones, your car speakers, and sound bars on that Wi-Fi, hotspots, Ethernet, T1 lines, shared data plans, or however you get on the internet. And we about to go ahead and get this commentary in and solve life's problems. Y'all ready? Set, go. Hey man, y'all welcome to Sex, Travel, Sports, Food, episode number 8. It's your host, Cousin Cornbread, coming through, man, letting y'all know that everything is still all good, man. Even though no matter what they trying to do out there, Trump and them trying to have everybody all confused with life, man. He about to get locked up, man. Trump need to get locked up for real, man, for real. If Trump was anybody else, he would have been locked up. Basically, like if Trump was any of us, he would have been locked up already. If Trump was Obama, he would have been impeached already. Or some, I don't know what they would have done, but they would have done something by now. If Trump was Hillary Clinton, he would be getting some kind of flack or he would be under way more pressure than he's under right now. Like right now, they got a lot of stuff for people coming, they're coming at him. They got the files against him. They got all this stuff against him. And there is pressure in the media. There's all this, scandal and all this stuff surrounding it. But there's not really anything happening to him. Like there's nothing that he is fearing, right? He's in the White House or Mar-a-Lago, whatever the fuck he live with. Is that how you say it? Mar-a-Lago? I don't know. Whatever the fuck that is. Or in New York or on the golf course or whatever, just tweeting bullshit. He just tweeting and saying whatever he want to say. Like he just going. Like there's nothing that's like really slowing him down. Like the more shit that comes out, the more that it empowers him. He gets more and more hype. That shit gives him hype. He's like, yeah, come at me, bro. This is basically what he's doing, right? He's the drunk, high friend at the club that gets in fights all the time, that gets all crazy all the time, and he be like, yo, come at me, bro. Like, come on. Yo, yeah. Like, we gonna get it in. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm going. Like, I'm not gonna turn down. This is what it is. If that's what y'all want to do, bring it. And that's how Trump operates in the White House. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Could you imagine if anybody, Obama, Hillary, basically anybody except for a white man had all this shit going on, a white rich man had all this shit going on, how much flack or how much more pressure he would be getting right now, or this person would be, or she would be getting right now. It's amazing if you think about it. Like this is some shit when you look on the news or you look at those old documentaries and you see Hitler, right? You see all those black and white videos of Hitler marching down the street with the SS soldiers and about to kill all the damn Jews and preaching all this bullshit and talking all this shit and trying to cleanse the ethnicities and all this crazy shit, right? To us, we like, yo, that's crazy, that's deplorable, that's unacceptable, like it just can't happen. Or even now with when we had North Korea, right? And, North Korea, they got a dictator, they got this, they got that, they so terrible. Kim Jong, whatever the fuck, or Boon, or whoever the one that died before him and all that. We look at our stuff, or our media portrays all that as those are like the worst people. Osama bin Laden, he was the worst motherfucker like ever, right? Because he was a dictator, he was killing his own people apparently. All this stuff. Iran killing their people. Everybody else is terrible, apparently. Like every other leader is terrible except for ours, right? But our leader is awful too. He's like an awful person. Like everything he does is terrible, right? He's under investigation. He's doing everything wrong. He's fighting other countries. He's fucking up the economy because he's fucking with China. He beefing with China. He's beefing with Russia. He about to get us bombed because Russia got them things, okay? Russia is not no little country. Russia is not one of these countries. Russia can get their nukes and stuff over here. So you see how he ain't tell, he don't come at Putin like he came at North Korea. He don't come at Putin with that shit, okay? He don't call him whatever he called him, little bomber man or whatever. Yeah, he don't want that smoke from Putin. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just crazy that you see this stuff, man, and people are quick to condemn every other nation's leadership. Every other nation is terrible. Every other nation is raggedy. Yo, they third world, they this, they that. And by the way, is there a second world? I never understood how you went first world to third world. But nobody ever talks about is there a second world? I don't know. But anyway, nobody ever condemns these people that we have. Our leadership sucks, dog. Like, terrible. All of them terrible. All of them. Our Congress sucks. All our congressional representatives pretty much just suck. You know what I'm saying? Christie, his fat FUPA having ass. What the fuck? You a grown ass man wearing tight ass pants with a FUPA hanging out, and you the governor. You supposed to be looking presentable, dog. And he could fix that. He just be out there eating. Unless he has a health situation for real, and then I apologize. But other than that, he take enough pictures for him to be looking appropriate. His shirt always untucked. Even if you got a FUPA, even if you fat and got a FUPA, dress for your body, dog. That's all I'm saying. I'm fat. I dress for my body. Other people are fat, they dress for their body. Don't be out here disrespectfully showing off your FUPA when you're supposed to be leading a state or whatever. We need to look to you for inspiration in all kinds of different ways. And if you up here looking like I don't give a fuck, that's a problem, though. But yeah, man, goddamn Trump, man, I don't know, man. He drives me crazy, dog. Like, I don't understand why he get away with everything. That's the thing that pissed me off, and I guess I'm a hater for that, but I'll be a hater for that because he shouldn't be getting away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody else would be able to do it. Nobody else would be able to get away with this shit. For real. I couldn't imagine Hillary Clinton being under investigation for her entire presidency. Hillary Clinton firing her whole cabinet. Every staffer that comes on leaves. Every, what you call it there? What you call it, girl? That little lying-ass girl, press secretary. Every press secretary that come out, they quit, they get fired, whatever. How can you maintain this shit? How you warring with your own mans and them? Like, these are his people that he firing. He didn't inherit these motherfuckers. He fired all. He picked them and then he fired them. That shit is dysfunctional, man. For real. But anyway, I don't know. That jump was on my mind, man. So I started off the show with that just because I had to get that out, man. For real. Y'all my friends and my family. So I felt like I can go ahead and let that out a little bit. You hear me? But yeah, man, we gonna go ahead and get the real shit started. Talking about sex, travel, sports, food. You understand me? We all know what was over this past week or so was y'all man's Lamar Odom. I'm talking shit about Lamar Odom, not Lamar Odom. Y'all's man's Tristan Thompson was out here cheating on Khloe Kardashian, right? I mean, who knew? Who would have known that the guy that cheated on his previous woman with Khloe would cheat on Khloe? Oh my God. Look at how crazy that is, Rebecca. Oh my God. Of course he cheating. What is everybody so shocked about? Like, I just don't understand this at all. I posted this on my Facebook page and I said, look, of course a guy is going to cheat who has access to all of these women, millions of dollars in his prime, his youth. Everything about this situation is set up for him to want other women. Now, he's married and all that. He should respect his marriage if he chose to get married. Bet. If he chose to be in a monogamous relationship, bet. I 100% agree with that. He should respect his marriage, respect what Khloe is assuming is going to be a monogamous relationship, and not fuck around. That's not even debatable, okay? But what is debatable, or what is silly that I found, is that the public and even whoever, even her, you know what I'm saying, would assume that makes any kind of fucking sense for everybody in the NBA sheet, first of all, right? That's not even something new, right? Like, motherfuckers in D3 schools that play basketball be cheating on their girls, okay? D3, who ain't never in life gonna get to the NBA, okay? So, jocks in high school cheat on their girlfriends. What are we talking about, right? Like, why is this a story again? Like, this is nothing. This is, of course he cheats. He's a professional athlete. Oh, of course he cheats. He's a jock. Like, all jocks cheat no matter how old they are, basically. All rock stars cheat. All movie actors and actresses, they cheat. Everybody in entertainment type of industries where people are throwing money, pussy, dick, whatever at them on a regular basis cheats. The end. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you should assume it. Now, if they don't, that's a bonus, in my opinion. If they don't, it's a bonus. Great. But when they do, why is everybody so up in arms about this? I think Scottie Pippen had like 17 kids. If y'all listening, y'all don't know who Scottie Pippen is. First of all, it's probably past your bedtime, go to sleep. If you listening and you don't know who Scottie Pippen is because you just don't follow sports, Scottie Pippen was Michael Jordan's teammate when Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls, okay? Now, Scottie Pippen had like 17 kids. Something crazy shit like that. 17 kids. And that's just the ones that he like acknowledged, right? Those are just the ones that's on paper. Who knows however many other kids he got. And Scottie Pippen wasn't even cute. He wasn't the handsomest of guys. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So, Scottie Pippen out here now, granted, he was on the Bulls, the most famous team in the 90s, but, dog, like, Scottie Pippen got 17 kids. Sean Kemp had like 13 kids. And Sean Kemp only played a few years and then was fat and smoking coke, snorting coke and all kinds of shit. So who the hell knows? You know, so anybody that's popular, young, look good, the good-looking guy, Tristan Thompson is a good, decent-looking dude, right? He's not an ugly dude. He's not a funny-looking dude. He's a good-looking dude. He's like 6'10" or whatever he is. A big dude. Great stock. Like, he's a good-looking guy. Of course he gonna have all the chicks. He would have all the chicks if he didn't play in the NBA. He would have side chicks if he didn't play in the NBA. So you think, in y'all's crazy mind, you would think that you are going to think or assume that this same dude with access to millions of dollars and the best women money could buy, basically, because he's fucking with strippers or whatever, apparently, right? These are the best women money can buy. Of course he's going to do that. Of course. Like, y'all, the whole point is you got to set your expectations, okay? So, going into it, you just need to know that's probably what's going to be popping. What you want, what these women try to get, like especially the Kardashians or with women that marry these dudes, they want the other stuff that comes along with it, right? So it's a give and take. You already know, look, all right, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to live a millionaire life. I'm going to live this big time life. I'm not going to have to work if I don't want to. I'm not going to have to ever worry about my kids being taken care of. I'm not going to have to worry about shit monetarily, basically, right? Within reason. I mean, like, some of these people come from other money and all that type of stuff, but for the most part, you're not going to have to be worried about how you going to make a living, put it that way, right? So in exchange for that, your man probably going to be cheating to have other bitches. Like, everybody know that. That's just like back in the day, when women couldn't get jobs, they couldn't get the same paying jobs and stuff like that as the men. Of course, they was putting up with old Bruce and Otis and all them old man names. Of course, they was putting up with them cheating because men Because, first of all, I said this on my page too. Monogamy is not a real life thing for humans. I'm not even really going to get all down into it, but it's just not, which is why you need a marriage certificate to validate it as an actual dead-ass contract, a legally enforceable contract. And you have a monetary penalty if you violate this contract. So they're forcing you into this monogamous situation that's not sustainable, basically. And they already know that. That's why there's a penalty. Okay, it's not sustainable. So they be like, all right, well, when you fuck up, like you probably will, here's how much we gonna pay this lady who can't support herself, basically, right? Anyway, but new life, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really like that no more. But back in the day when they couldn't do shit, you know what I'm saying? They either was gonna go get divorced, and there wasn't a whole bunch of prenups and all that shit back then. So they was gonna go get divorced. They were not gonna go get divorced because these women couldn't support themselves. Okay, so of course they was like, all right, fuck it. Otis pay all these bills though. Otis paying for me and these 3 kids, and who else we ain't gonna be able to survive this Otis's house. Otis pay all the bills, support all the kids, he feed us all. Bet I'm gonna shut the fuck up, go to church. That's how life is. That's how life was. Otis' whole new family, his whole side family lived down the street. You know them, y'all kids. Everybody go to school together. Y'all know. Like, what y'all talking about? Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that they had the side family around the corner, down the street, or across town or whatever, right? Everybody knew. And that hasn't changed. Now, whether you want to call it side chicks or white people call it affairs, older white people, oh, we're having an affair. Because I guess that sounds better than I'm a cheating ass motherfucker. Or a side chick. No, I'm having an affair with Heather. Hello, my name is Ben, and I'm having an affair with Heather. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I guess that sounds more honorable than, yeah, hey, Lakeisha, you know what I'm saying? I got this little side joint right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go ahead and hit her with the whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go ahead and hold you down with this child support or whatever, or this alimony or whatever. So you either say it like that, the hood way, or you can say you're having an affair, and I'm gonna still pay you alimony, and you and the kids will be taken care of. Okay? And now I'm gonna run off with Julia. Okay? Sorry, Rebecca. Just can't live like this anymore. This is who I love now. Ha ha ha. Whatever. Right? Same shit. Shit ain't new. It's not uncommon. Why is everybody shocked? That's my question. You shouldn't be. You understand what I'm talking about? Should not be shocked by that shit. And if you're still getting shocked at this point in life, you gotta just come to terms with it and grow up, shawty. It's not really gonna ever end. It's not, because I think it's gonna get worse, quote unquote worse, because like I said, monogamy is just not a real life thing for humans. It's not. It never has been, which is why for all these years, women and men, I guess, but women always complaining about some cheating ass man. Like that's like that has never not been a problem. Right? It's never not been a problem. It's literally the only thing that every woman in every age of life, every generation will always talk about men cheating. Always. Not because men are, like, why do you think that is? It's because that's what they do. That's just what it is. It's not like correctable if you think about it. You understand? It's just not. So why do y'all think that it's gonna change now? Why would you think that? Why would you assume that? And the richer you are, the more opportunities and the more easier it is for you to cheat. The end. You can afford the divorce. Bet. Hey, I cheated. I'm sorry. We're going to get a divorce. Here go the money, shawty. I holler at you. I still got another few million for me and my new wife. You got that. You and the kids good. Whatever. Me and my new wife straight. That's how life goes, period. People on their 3rd, 4th, 5th marriages, man. And y'all think it's because people like kind of want to get divorced or want to go through that drama or nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be stressed. Nobody wants to cheat necessarily. Nobody, like all that shit is just put, like, that's just what you do. But those things are because that's how you are. You a human person that you look at somebody else and be like, yeah, they can get it. They can get the D. They can get it. Women cheat too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women act like they ain't never cheated before, and the women don't cheat. Women just be sitting in the house with their legs crossed or whatever. Come on, dog. That's not real life. People be lying like shit, man. Women cheat all the time. I had 2 girlfriends that had fiancés. I had one girlfriend that had a fiance, one girl that was married. And I ain't even know. I ain't suspect it at all at that point in my life. That was a long time ago, but I had no clue because they had that shit set up so sweet. But yeah, I didn't approach even one of those chicks. Because first of all, I don't got no game. So I never really approach chicks like that unless I already know they feeling me. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand where people come up with these concepts of men gonna stop cheating. Never gonna happen, ever in life. Second of all, that women don't cheat or that women are sitting around waiting for the man to do all this shit. Which is also another weird thing because women, a lot of people were commenting on Facebook and whatever. All throughout the years, I've heard all the same answers that women have for all this stuff or comments about similar situations. When the women always like, well, the man sets the pace or the man sets up what this relationship is. So if he don't want to be monogamous, he shouldn't be monogamous. And now we all know that sounds good in theory. Now, but so you're giving the man the credit or the responsibility for setting that up in the first place. Now that's kind of true and it's kind of not, because we all know that women control everything with the pussy, right? We know this. So yeah, like the man could just not enter into the relationship and as a monogamous relationship. He could do that, but then women really control that because they control the pussy. So the man's going to get into the relationship because he wants the pussy for the most part. Not because he's like, oh my God, you're my lifelong partner or whatever the fuck. No. It's because you got the pussy. So in essence, you're in the effective situation is that the woman's controlling that too. Now you could throw it back on the man, but that's not true. We all know that's not true because effectively the woman has made that the situation. Now some men will be like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that situation unless I can be polygamous or have multiple women or just not get into this monogamous situation. And sometimes if he find enough and the woman is feeling him enough or the drinks are hitting enough or the money is right or whatever it is, then the woman might still agree. Okay, you can still have some pussy. I was just gonna see if I can get you in here in this relationship. But since you don't want to be, fine. But 8 times out of 10, that's not happening. You understand what I'm saying? So the man's going to have to get in there. Okay, we'll be monogamous, I guess. That's what you do. And that's how motherfuckers be getting in the relationship, period. Now, here and there, motherfuckers fall in love and all this shit. But usually you don't fall in love with nobody off the top, right? That's after y'all been having sex already. You got to, man... I think it's hard to fall in love without having sex, personally. You might fall in you might really be homies with somebody, but in love with no sex, that's kind of odd to me. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe, but look, shit comes up. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's rare. So off the top, when women say, oh yeah, like, you know, the man controls basically the man controls what we doing. The man controls the relationship. The man sets up and nah, that's not true, man. Don't try to throw that back on the man. Nah, y'all control that shit. Now, if he agrees to it, I agree that he should honor it or tell you when he not able to honor it no more. Okay? I agree with that 100%. Now, but it's not a shocker. Like, my whole point is that it's not a shocker at all when it don't happen. It's not a shocker when women cheat either because they have the same desire. They be trying to fuck just as much as anybody else. Now, society tells them don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody you trying to fuck because they going to judge you. And so the women keep their mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. And people who don't keep their mouth shut, who are open with it, they're classified as sluts and all this dumb shit that's completely polar opposite of what a man would be classified as. Now, the man is only classified terribly when he hurts the woman involved. But outside of a woman being hurt by it, the man gets additional credit for having as many hoes or many women or whatever as possible. So it's kind of a double standard, and it's like double meaning depending on who you're talking to and when you're talking to them. You understand? If somebody that's worried about the woman that was hurt, he's terrible. If it's somebody who's not worried about the woman that's hurt, he's cool, right? So you got to factor all that into it, man. But to me, it just feels like people just put way too much emphasis on it. They put way too much emphasis on sex outside of relationships and all this stuff, because at the end of the day, sex is only one part of your relationship. Why would you put all your eggs in the sex basket? Why would you do that? Why would you ever put all your eggs in somebody failing on one thing? He can cheat. He can smack your ass around. You beating your ass forever. Battered woman syndrome is real. Chicks be going through war with that man, beating his ass, gambling the money, the family money away, fucking up the credit, whatever, peeing on the carpet, peeing in the bed, fucking up the house, then halfway remodeled the bathroom for 3 straight years. He ain't finished putting that light fixture up. All this shit. And you hanging in there. Right? But as soon as he cheat, as soon as he get with another chick, oh, it's unforgivable. I know he ruined my credit. I know he's an alcoholic. I know he on coke. I know that he punches the baby in the face every time the baby cry. All that's okay. All of that's fine. We can work with him on that. But because he saw this other chick and he wanted to hit it, he's terrible. He's out. I'm over it. I'm done with the whole thing. And it's something crazy in the world. Like, the ratio of men to women is something crazy, like 7 or 8 to 1, women to men. So you think out of the other 7 or 8 chicks that the 7 or 8 chicks to you, you're one person, he's not going to find none of them attractive? Or shit, your doppelganger might walk past. Y'all basically the same person. He like, oh, so your name Linda instead of Keisha. Okay. Y'all look exactly the same. And you turn me on just like she does. And you're nice. Oh, and you have a PhD. Oh, okay. Cool. I want to hit that. But people just are being unreasonable, man. For real. For real. Of course, people find other people attractive. Women find other people attractive. Everybody does, right? Every man's girlfriend or wife or fiance or whatever has told him flat out on some shit like, hey, look, dog, if Denzel pull up and he want to fuck, like, hey, we just gonna have to break up that day. They be dead ass though. Like, they all have that one dude, that one celebrity crush, and they'll tell you flat to your face like, hey, yeah, he can get it. They be in love with you though. So is that a violation? Or, but no, that's just a celebrity. I'm not gonna ever meet them in life or whatever. But what if you do? What if you get celebrities are people, they accessible. They be at the grocery store, they be at Target, they be out in the street. They don't be having shoppers and all this stuff like people think they do. They go out and they be in the public. Or what if your girl is an actress? Or what if your girl is a camera girl? What if your girl is a director? What if she's a writer? What if she does something in entertainment and she has a celebrity crush? Now it's not that much separation now, is it, shouting? But she done already told you, hey, look, if I see Terrence Howard, he gonna get this pussy on spot, on site, the end. If I see Brad Pitt, hey, I'm sucking the dick, period. But do she still love him though? You know what I'm saying? Does she still love him is the question. You know, because men are the only people that don't love women back. Women always love whatever man comes along and says he loves her, they love him back. That's another thing. Oh, we know I'm just waiting on you. I'm following your lead. Girl, please. There's plenty of motherfuckers in the friend zone and that's in the I'ma just use you for movie tickets and concert outing zone that that was trying to take the lead and you wasn't following. So kill that narrative, man. Y'all ladies be something else. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all are something else. But yeah, man, like I don't get it, man. People be really, they really be going on this stuff, man. People be dead ass. They be dead ass like, yeah, man, men are just terrible people. Terrible, awful. Men are terrible, awful pieces of shit. But I want one. Right? That's the dumbest part of the whole thing to me is that women will spend their lives on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, posting memes, posting these laundromatic messages, statuses about how terrible men are and they can't be trusted and they can't do this and they ain't shit and blah, 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 blah. And then, but they still be wanting one though, because then 3 months later, oh, my WC, my man crush, my MCM goes to the guy who came along and changed my heart, and I never thought that I would ever see the light and blah, blah, blah. I thought all men would say what shit. So what's going to happen? And then, of course, a few couple months later, a couple years later, oh, I should have known. It's the same cycle, shawty. Why do y'all think the cycle's going to change? It's not ever going to change, period. Like, it's just not. That's just how life be going. Like I always say it, everybody's had like 4 or 5 the ones, right? Everybody's had like somebody they done been dating. And you be like, oh man, we got a good vibe. Like, this is, yeah, like we click on everything and it's going great. And you be like, okay, I'm gonna fuck with this right here. And then it didn't work out. For whatever reason it was. Could have been bad, could have been mutual, could have been one-sided, whatever. Who knows? But it didn't work. And then you move on to the next one. That's just how life is. And I don't understand why people don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I done had women break up with me. I was sad. I was sad as fuck. Because I was like, oh, I thought that you loved me though. Like, what the fuck? Man, give a fuck. Because when it's time, it's time. People selfish, dog. People was for themselves. They don't give a fuck about you dead ass. They give a fuck about you when it's convenient for whatever they need you for their narrative, for their life. Most people are like that. Now, some people are more accommodating than others, but come on, dog. Everybody, you done had like say you 30 years old, you done probably had at least, most people, I would assume, probably had at least 2 or 3, minimum, 2 or 3, 4 serious relationships, that multi-year relationships. You understand what I'm talking? And they didn't work. But does that mean that all of that shit was for nothing, or all of that shit wasn't real, or what? Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, how do you evaluate that? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, people got to stop being so shocked by the most elementary of things. It's very elementary. It's the same shit for the history of humanity, shawty. It don't stop. I think only like doves and penguins and a couple other mammals that mate for life. And they do that shit innately. Okay? They do it. They don't even know they doing it. They just do it. They just mate for life. And nobody told them to do it. They ain't go to church to do it. They ain't get a certificate to do it. They don't get no child support if it don't work, because it's going to work. You know why? Because that's what they're made to do. And they going to just do what they do. Just like people. People are made to not be monogamous. And that's what they do. Now, social constructs put in the fact that you need to be monogamous. So you try to make it work. And you can make it work. There's plenty of successful monogamous relationships with 100 but dead ass. People be married or monogamous forever. And they're happy doing it. Or they might not be happy doing it, but they make it work because that's what they want to do, and that's what their mindset is. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But to be shocked when it don't work is the craziest thing to me. When I see people being all crazy, I'm like, man, of course, like, this ain't new. Like, where have y'all been? Like, y'all thought that all relationships last forever? Stop it. Like, what in the Disney? What in the Disneyland are y'all talking about, y'all? This is y'all on the Marvel Comics? Come on, dog. Come on. Wake it up, man. Stay woke. Anyway, man, because that was like a big thing. And I was like, man, why do people really feel like any of this shit is newsworthy? But it was like dominating the headlines for real. So between the Kardashians and Trump, I'm tired of the caucasity, okay? I'm tired of the caucasity from Trump, clearly, on everything he does. And I'm tired of the Kardashians' caucasity by trying to dominate the airwaves with a whole bunch of a bunch of fake reality stunts that they be pulling. Because I feel like this whole thing is a stunt anyway. I mean, because their whole family fake, right? I don't know. I can't remember which one Khloe is. I don't really keep up with the Kardashians like that. Oh, shit. Is that the name of that show? I don't know. But I don't really keep up with them. But I know most of the sisters have plastic surgery, correct? So, like, they all phony. Like their whole existence is phony. Like their plastic surgery is phony. Their personalities are phony. All this shit is done for entertainment purposes only, right? It's all entertainment, and that's fine, right? But y'all gotta understand that. Like people need to understand these people aren't real people by any stretch of the imagination. They're not real. Like physically, they're not real. What they show you is not real. It's all calculated by the mama, right? Even the daddy is a boy, as a girl. I don't know. It's a lot going on, okay? Their daddy is a whole woman right now. You know what I'm saying? Their dad won Woman of the Year. Now that's you taking their family seriously, or their family is something you can relate to? Nah, that motherfuckers is great. The motherfuckers out of line. You know what I'm talking about? Everything for them is to bring views and to bring that money. They getting that money by any means necessary. If they got to have a fake ass drama with these babies and it's cheating, they gonna do it. Black China and the other boy and the Rob Kardashian, all this shit is all phony shit, man. Like these people were getting millions of dollars off of this drama. None of them are really suffering. None of them are suffering by any means. They might be showing you crying and all this. Who cares? You're millionaires. Suck it up. I'd rather be crying in Venice Beach in my fucking compound than crying on on Martin Luther King Boulevard going to my 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck out of here, man. People be trying to associate with these celebrity stories and they really don't. Some of them they do, but most of them they don't. These people putting this shit out here for drama. Y'all like that drama. Stay away from that drama, man. For real. Now, these people not really suffering in real life. They suffering for your entertainment. And we keep sucking it up, man. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go, man. For real. And listen, man, right before I let y'all go, though, for real, one last thing. On the next episode, I'm going to talk about how Starbucks don't like black people. Because, you know, that was this week, man. The Starbucks apologized about kicking them getting the police called on them black boys. Getting locked up at the damn Starbucks up in Philadelphia. So we're going to touch on that, man, next episode. And also, I'm going to tell y'all about my first bad experience at Chick-fil-A. I've never had a bad experience at Chick-fil-A until recently. So thanks, Trump. Nah, for real. Hey, man, I had a first bad experience at Chick-fil-A. So I'm going to talk about that next episode. And we're going to have to touch on, speaking of Philadelphia, we're going to have to touch on the New England Patriots owner Bob Kraft going to bat for y'all man's Meek Mill, free Meek. I think Bob Kraft went down there and probably got something to do with Meek about to get out. You know what I'm saying? So we going to talk about that, about how they would stand behind somebody like Meek Mill and ex-murderers and all that kind of stuff, but they won't stand behind Colin Kaepernick, man. We're going to touch on it. I ain't even going to get all into it because I be trying not to go in on race and stuff as much no more, man, because it's draining. But I'm going to touch on it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get it in. I appreciate y'all for listening once again. This sex, travel, sports, food with your host, Cousin Cornbread. Remember, y'all go on everything on cousincornbread.com. Everything is linked off of there. I'm Cousin Cornbread on all social media platforms. So look for me on there. Hit me up. And again, if you want to comment with your voice, hit me up on the voicemail, 352-577-CORN. That's the number, 352-577-2676, man. All right? And once again, last three things I always tell y'all, man, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Number 2, if you don't set goals, you'll always work for somebody that does. Number 3, don't drink and drive. You might spill some. Log out.